Good morning, everyone. Here we are back with another Heroes of the Storm match. Real quick, looking at the players, we've got Chen, Falstad, Raynor, Zeratul, and Illidan versus Abathur, Lili, Nova, Stitches, and Vala. Now, the first thing to notice is that Red Team has both a tank and a healer, whereas Blue Team does have a tank, but no healer. This should be interesting. Also, no specialist on this side. So we'll see how that plays out shortly. We're on Shire, my personal favorite map. I think Shire is super interesting because you have a lot of laning that takes place and a lot of times where you got to go help out some other lane. So in mid here we've got Raynor and Zeratul versus a roaming Nova. Looks like bottom might be Falstad versus Nova. Stitches and Lili taking a dominant position in top, and Vala AFK. Here comes Nova. Maybe going to try and get a snipe. Perhaps doesn't realize she's sitting right on top of Zeratul. She certainly does now. That's interesting, the way that they moved on their mounts there. Alright, action heating up in the middle with Vala and Nova attacking Raynor and Zeratul. Zeratul falling back. Chen asleep. Falstad laning in bottom. Lili and Stitches assaulting top with no resistance. Look at how they go. That's so weird. I hope that doesn't persist throughout the whole match. Alright, Stitches coming around here. Probably going to try and get some sort of hook on mid. Nope, coming back here. Zeratul playing a safe game, just sitting here soaking experience. Not so safe anymore. Chen getting hooked, but Chen is pretty tanky. I doubt Chen's going to care very much. Blue going to take top shrine, but probably not bottom for now. Will they keep top shrine? Illidan coming around for a strike on the rear on Lili. Lili trapped by Zeratul. Lili will definitely fall here. Stitches might fall as well, especially with Illidan coming up here. And then Illidan to follow Stitches does fall, so Blue's definitely locked up top. However, Red has just killed Falstad on bottom with the help of Abathur. This is so freaky the way these guys move. Blue letting red or bottom go for the time being. Raynor soaking up some experience in mid.
Choose a talent.
Stitches commenting on Illidan's current strength. Action heating up top is again. Illidan and Chen versus Lili and Stitches. Chen taking some serious damage. Nova holding bottom with her decoy, although that's not going to be enough to force back this Raynor and Falstad. Perhaps with Abathur's help, which is not arriving it seems, but with Zeratul down there they'll definitely take that. Stitches retaking top. Dragon Knight is active, but Illidan will not get there in time. 3 top for red, 3 bottom for blue. It's actually a better position for blue. You definitely want to control the bottom lane more than you want to control the top because of the presence of these merc camps down here. Chen up here, probably going to take some pretty needless damage. Falstad trapping Vala from behind, perhaps. Vala pulls off. Raynor relying on his stim packs. Not really concerned that much about the damage. Zeratul goes in on Nova, that's supported by Abathur. My hope is when these guys die that they'll start walking better, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Raynor goes down. Blue most likely going to get a kill here. Indeed, Nova does go down. Interesting. We've got a pretty good stalemate on the shrines here. Blue has bottom, red has top, which is actually different from how it started. Vala in a very precarious position here, especially against Falstad and or Zeratul. That can really kind of surprise her. And she goes down. Action heating up top. Raynor and Chen trying to reclaim, well, I guess trying to hold top. against Stitches and Lily, and they do actually hold it off. Chen just trying to get out, not really succeeding. Probably should have just drank his brew there. Dragon Knight mid, no support but also no opposition. Raynor laning. Raynor soaking up some good experience for his team. Dragon Knight knocking down that first tower. Ignoring the gate, which is interesting. Typically when I have the Dragon Knight, I try and take the gate first so I can get some kicks off. Lily goes down to the Dragon's Fire. Now the whole teams are both pretty much mid, except Vala who's chilling. Dragon still up for the time being, but it goes down. They got these towers in this game. It's okay, Dragon, I guess. Will we see an engage on either side? I don't know. Vala is just asleep for most of this game for whatever reason. So red does not have the confidence to dive in at blue. Blue going back top, but also capturing these mercs right here. Pretty safe position to do so. Red taking their actual knight mercs.
Gotta love this medic.
Red or blue probably does not realize their advantage in red not having their Vala up, but still going to press this anyway. With Illidan up top, this is kind of a risky move. Although without Vala, they should be okay. Because if red came down with only 4 here, if all 5 of red came down, that would have almost surely been bad news for blue.
We should attack here.
Illidan just chilling up top. Probably not going to do much here against Stitches and Lily. Uh-oh, Illidan gets hooked. He'll get away for sure, but probably didn't want to take that damage. Zeratul and Chen taking the bottom mercs. Raynor just kind of chilling in the path here. No one mid lane. Vala's back, explaining that she wasn't AFK, but in fact had some lag. Certainly comforting. Now we have Raynor and Illidan up here, fighting off all these mercs. Probably unaware of Stitches in the bushes there. Not all that relevant, though. I don't think either side could really do all that much in that situation. Stitches is just a little too tanky, although Illidan does have some good stick.
We ought to capture this mercenary.
Raynor falling back to get mercs. Falstad and Zeratul pushing these giants in bottom lane and taking the bottom shrine. Illidan and Raynor busy with mercs, unable to really help out down bottom, but Chen does secure a kill. Oh, and there goes Lily as well. Zeratul really making the difference there. Blue takes their mercs, head back up to top shrine now. In theory, anyway. Gonna go dive in on Stitches. Raynor pops his W, but then falls back, which is interesting. Abathur cloning Stitches, a very solid clone.
A hero has abandoned the battle.
Heisenberg, who's that?
Joined the battle.
Oh, it's Illidan. Apparently fake leaving the game, that's fine. Red's going to retake bottom lane here. Blue's hoping to grab the Dragon Knight before they can. Will it happen? It could be very close. It does indeed happen seconds before Red reclaims the bottom shrine. Very close, not even seconds, milliseconds. Raynor probably about to die here, swallowed by the cloned Stitches in the middle of Lily and real Stitches. Double hooked back, but looks like he's actually going to get away here. I'm not sure what they could do to stop him. Dragon Knight pushing down the mid fort. They never quite got last time. Vala and Nova, never mind, just Nova, providing some resistance to the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight getting a kick on not Abathur, Nova. You don't often see too many Abathurs kicked, although I'm sure many times people would love to do so. Blue team coming in to finally support the Dragon Knight, but the Dragon Knight has lost far too much health and goes down. Vala popping her ult, causing some serious damage to Team Blue, but not quite enough to secure a kill. Zeratul gets away. Chen flipping to the other side of Stitches to his likely demise. Oh, popping his ult, which provides a really big shield and can move enemies around the map, pushing Stitches farther into their lane, though, which may have actually secured his own death. This Chen is not too interested in drinking the brew to save his life. Excellent juke to avoid the hook, though. That might actually have done it for him. In combination of the shield and the healing fountain there, I don't think Stitches is going to be able to put out the damage to actually threaten Chen. Although he does get gorged, this will be interesting. However, he's going to get away. Stitches, in fact, will be the one to die. Very great juke on Chen's part and a timely trip to the healing fountain. Stitches is displeased. Blue secures their bottom golems. Red is going for their golems. If Blue goes and presses against this, Red is in serious trouble. No one really thinks to check, though, as they pull back down to do some simple laning. Zeratul does have designs on the bottom Merc camp. Action heating up here. Red not in a really great position. Just actually the way they were oriented. However, this is a 4v4. Red has a bit of a level lead, 2 levels, and that does include level 13, which is a talent. Oh, excellent action heating up here. Illidan and Zeratul really putting the hurt in. Just completely ignoring that healing ult from Lili. Vala pops her ult, does not secure the kill on Illidan or Falstad. Very close on both, but both got away. Both have pretty good means of escape. Missed the hook. That's probably the last chance that Red had for getting a kill down here. And Blue will just sit here and push these mercs into this fort. Will the fort fall before the mercs? Pretty good chance, especially because Blue is down here harassing. Blue getting kind of greedy considering the mercs not taking them, but actually securing a kill here on Stitches. Stitches in a very bad place, stuck in that shrine there. Will this fort go down? Probably. There's a very good chance of that happening. Red securing top with Vala standing on her horse like a crazy person. Illidan doing some laning in mid, healing up using his hero passive. Blue takes the bottom mercs and gets a much-needed healing orb down there. Zeratul popping back for a nice heal at the healing fountain. At the altar, whatever you call it. Raynor just saying, you know what? Have a bullet, buddy. Have a nice big shot on me. Pushing that Hyperion into this fort, which will almost definitely finish the fort off. It does. Triple tap. Not enough to get through Raynor's passive heal. Illidan and Falstad taking down Vala at the top. Securing the Dragon Knight. However, Stitches is going to sit there and prevent the kill. It's probably going to get a hook here on Chen. Probably not going to matter that much. Neither of these guys can really put out the damage to kill the other. However, Illidan definitely turns the tides in Chen's favor with no help on the way. Lili pretty far. Lili looking like she's going for mercs for some reason.
Hero slain.
Nova gets killed. Stitches is going to go down, and it's very likely that Blue is going to secure the Dragon Knight with Chen pushing Lili off. Nothing really to stop them. Illidan clicking now. This is, I believe, the 3rd Dragon Knight for Blue. Not looking great for Red. Losing all their towers and whatnot. I don't think Blue has had really any pressure on any of their forts yet. Dragon Knight. Oh, we're cloning Lili here. That's a desperate ultimate evolution by Abathur in an attempt to provide some sort of defense against this Dragon Knight and full team push on their mid fort. This mid fort is probably going to go down here unless Red can secure a really good early kill here. Got a decent shot on Zeratul, but he gets away. Chen just kind of chilling. Raynor just sitting there enjoying that Hyperion, wrecking the red team. They've fallen back, though. The red team, the Blue Dragon Knight is without support. Chen and Zeratul come back, but Zeratul just cannot get in the middle of that team fight without his teammates. Falstad falls as well. And Raynor is probably going to fall as well to the triple tap. Big push on Red's part. Probably going to get the kill on Illidan and probably going to get a kill on Chen. Although Chen, excellent hiding in the bushes. They don't see him. Chen is going to survive, but it won't really do too much good because it's 4v5 right now. Team Red has really pushed hard. They're going to go down here and confirm that these mercs don't spawn for another minute. They should probably be taking some of these other merc camps. But I don't know what they're doing down here. They are really wasting this huge advantage that they have. They need to be taking those Merc camps pretty severely. Stitches and Vala are going to take this one here. Nova going to attempt to take these golems here. This is pretty dangerous for Nova all on her own, especially because it takes her such a long time to clear Mercs. Chen attempting to clear his own Mercs up here. Vala, Stitches, and Lily done on theirs. Nova about halfway done, maybe a little bit more, getting some support from Abathur. Probably very timely because now that these blue Mercs are about to go down, they were likely about to head down and check out what's going on with their own golems. Action heating up in the top left corner here. Oh, we've got some very interesting positioning from both teams. Blue falling back, though, to take care of these Mercs that Red has secured, leaving only Falstad to defend this top gate against these Knights and 4 of the Red team. Illidan comes up, but neither can really get in the middle of this. So I think we're definitely going to see most of these buildings go down unless Red can turn it around. Red more interested in ulting these Mercs for some reason, and then or minions, and then taking these Mercs of their own. So we definitely see both towers and the gate fall here. Will the fort go down? Very decent chance because Blue seems uninterested in defending. Falstad dives in on Stitches. Maybe not the best move. Might survive if there's a nope, not a chance.
Red team has destroyed a
The top fort definitely falls. Is this a base race at this point? Where's the defense, teams? All right, Blue's going to secure bottom. Red's going to secure top. Stitches and Abathur Lily, yet another Abathur Lily. Interesting. Pushing down more buildings in the top of Blue's base. Blue still not providing any sort of defense. Raynor's sitting there pondering life. Illidan and Chen trying to push down this tower. Going to get hit by Vala's ult. Chen blocks Illidan a little bit. Oh no, and ends up falling himself. Yet another big turnaround for Red. Blue securing top. Red just pushing down. Just this Stitches Lily push here. Just continuing to push down building after building. Blue now has control of the Dragon Knight. However, Vala is going to pretty easily retake this alone. Raynor falling back to secure it. Stitches and Lily finally finishing their conquest of the blue base. Heading back up to go put some pressure on this top tower. Probably not great positioning for Raynor, who has sent Hyperion into the bushes to assault what is apparently a king and queen watching the spectacle. Never noticed those guys before. Down goes Vala. Zeratul should have little problem dealing with Lily up here, especially because he's popping his, I believe that's an alt, the lifesteal alt. It could also be Berserk, but I'm pretty sure that's the lifesteal alt. Blue retaking top, red team retaking bottom. Both teams have down a person. Stitch is continuing his assault. He wants this tower. He is probably not going to get it. Just kind of chilling there until they kill him, which does happen. Zeratul heading home, having secured blue. Going for a nice heal. Chen going back down to retake bottom. So right now we have blue top, red bottom. We're about to have red top, blue bottom. Zeratul hoping to pick up the Dragon Knight. Probably not going to happen. Nova going in for a kill here on Raynor, who does not have his Stimpaks. Illidan somewhat oblivious. Is he then there in time to save Raynor? He is not.
hero slain.
But he is there in time to secure the kill on Nova. All right, Red with a bit of an advantage here, 3-4. And the Dragon Knight yet again for Blue. They are just really owning that Dragon Knight. Lily popping her healing ult, even though neither of them were really hurt. Kind of interesting. Maybe foreseeing some pretty big burst by Zeratul. Not really sure what the thinking there was. Blue loses their mid fort. Dragon Knight diving on the tower might be a little premature, but there's not too much defense coming in saving this fort. This core will almost certainly go down to this, especially because Stitches seems to have quit, and I don't know what is going on with Abathur. He's got like Kerrigan's claws coming out at the top of his head. It's a little bit weird. But this core will almost certainly fall here, and that is the end. Blue secures the win. Too many Dragon Knights. maintained map presence or map control for most of the game, and they're just simply too much for red. Still a very exciting game, lots of back and forths, and definitely a tense match all around. Thank you for joining us.